All right, so in this raw talk, we're going to talk about year 3 in a little bit more detail. So we start off with machine learning and what it's about. For example, what is a model? How do you create a model? What is a data set? How do you create data sets? And a data set is something that looks like a spreadsheet with data in it that your microcontroller will be able to use to predict things that will happen or is happening. You'll find out that data sheets can be downloaded from many places like Kaggle and places like that already have data sets from hydroponics to medical data sets and so forth. Then you learn how to take these data sets and create models out of it so that your microcontroller can quickly get data from this data set to make decisions. You learn about trees, forests, neural processing, and much more in regards to machine learning. Now, as soon as you put a model on a microcontroller, we use the term that's used is inference. We can get data in, maybe from the environment or something like that, then quickly query the model and then be able to make decisions on what next. For instance, you can, let's say you take a little robot. There's all kinds of learning techniques. One of them is enforced learning, where you take a little robot and let it drive around hitting the wall. And you'll see as time goes by, it will hit the wall lesser and lesser, and to a point where it drives around like a Tesla, understanding things like the wall is too near, turning left to see what obstacles is there, turning right, reversing, and all kinds of things like that. So it starts teaching itself. It can start making all kinds of decisions. And when it comes to stuff like machine learning, and if you look at even things like LLMs, large language models, you'll understand exactly how AI works. So not only will you be able to use it in your projects, but you'll understand in detail how AI works. You'll immediately figure out, for instance, that how AI becomes such a good coder, because it learns from people that is coding, and it will learn where it made its mistakes, and it will correct its mistakes, and it will get better and better. That's really what happened in the last 2 years. Thousands and thousands of people programming, and it learns from its mistakes because, of course, the programmer will say, no, this is not working, try that or something similar, and it learns and becomes better and better. And that's what you want your projects to be able to do as well. Not only just microcontrollers, but things like, think about, let's say, finances. Your program can learn what works best for you as a company by looking at your finances. And it can learn and it can tell you, for instance, look, Kin, and that's me, I start seeing the same trends as 3 months ago when you hit that low in your company. All right. And here's the suggestions to get out of it before it happens. So it's not just the microcontrollers that you can teach your whole project. That's part one of tier 3. Part 2 is we're going to introduce a new microcontroller. There we use the ESP latest and greatest. It's it's similar to, let's say, something like the Raspberry Pi. It includes chips like neural processor chips. In front of it is cameras, microphones. The chip has amps built in and lots more. But now suddenly it's not a microcontroller anymore. It's a small little computer with operating system on it. And in the second part of tier 3, you're going to learn all about this, how to program it, how to work with it. And it's a real, honest to goodness edge device that not just gets stuff from the environment like a microcontroller, but can even analyze things before it hits your database or your project. So that's what you learn in tier 3. Suddenly, what opens up is things like what is an API? How do you connect to MCP servers? How do you connect, for instance, to your Zero financial software to pull out some things that you can use in your current projects? So there you'll probably spend a little bit more than a month because there's a lot to learn. You learn about agentic trees, how you can get 4, 5, 6 AI agents to work together where one agent passes things to another agent and so forth. An example can be maybe you say you want a blog post written. The first AI will go and do research of what will be considered to be a good blog post right now in the climate that you find yourself in right now, and then pass it over to an SEO agent that will go and find SEO keywords that you can rank for easily. That can be passed on to another agent that is your branding agent to make sure the blog posts stay on brand, etc., etc. So you can use this in so many different ways and fields. That I would say is all I want to talk about in regards to tier 3. Probably the most exciting part is the edge device that is not just affordable by it is in progress of final production right now, but by the time you see this video or by the time you are on tier 3, it will most definitely be available for you. So that's it for tier 3. It is an amazing tier. It will put you light years above programmers not using AI the way it should be used. Have a good day. I hope I see you in the next tier. Cheers.